Distance learning may prevent school administrators from observing teachers in person, but now they can evaluate teacher practice virtually in the LoTi Lounge via portfolio submissions of teacher artifacts. In this video, I'll show you how to review and evaluate a portfolio submission from a teacher in the LoTi Lounge. From the Administrator dashboard, I'll start by selecting Conduct a Formal Evaluation from the Evaluations menu. If you're familiar with the observation area in LoTi Lounge, you'll notice that the page has changed a bit. Where there once was a single teacher list to begin observations, there are now two tabs, each containing their own teacher list. The first tab is the familiar In-Classroom Evaluation tab. Instead, I'm going to click on the new tab titled Portfolio Evaluation. The first step is to select the observation form I want to use. By default, this shows the last form used when evaluating, which in this case is the correct form. If another form was selected, I would simply click on the name, choose the form I want to use from the pull-down list, and hit Submit. In some school systems, administrators open an observation record during the pre-observation conference, and in others, the teacher creates the record. To that end, either a teacher or an administrator can create a portfolio evaluation submission record in the LoTi Lounge. For example, if I was in a pre-observation conference with Jennifer Aniston and wanted to start a portfolio record for her, I would simply click her name. As you can see, there are already a few portfolio records for teachers at my school. Records highlighted in yellow are opened but not submitted. This means that teachers in yellow have opened a portfolio record and are in the process of adding and organizing their submission. The content of those submissions is not available to administrators for viewing until after it has been finalized by the teacher. Records highlighted in green have been finalized and submitted by the teacher and are ready to evaluate. I can see that Julia Roberts submitted a portfolio, so I'm going to click on her name and get started with her evaluation. On the summary page of the evaluation, there is a section called Portfolio Submission. I'll click on the link title of that submission to view the submission. As you can see, the submission includes a few narrative comments about the submission samples as well as links to the submission samples themselves. Teachers can include links in a submission to documents, videos, presentations, websites, or other samples of teaching practice appropriate to the domains of focus for the current observation window. Teachers and administrators can discuss specific domains that should be targeted for this observation during the pre-observation conference. I'll click on each of the links in the Artifacts/Evidence area, and as you can see, those will open in a new window. I will leave those windows open as I start scoring the evaluation so that I can click back over to those tabs for reference if needed. Now I'm ready to begin scoring the observation. I'll click the Return button to return to the evaluation summary page. From here, I can either click on the co-observation link to start completing the observation data, or I can go straight to the scoring for a specific domain. In this case, Domain 1, by selecting the domain from the pull-down list. I'll now score the virtual portfolio evaluation submission just as I would an in-classroom evaluation, checking the appropriate look-fors and adding comments as necessary. If I needed to click back to reference the submission samples, I still have them open in a new window, so it's easy to click between there and back to the evaluation page. For this evaluation, I'm only scoring Domain 1. So with that completed, I'm going to click on the Save and Exit button in the upper right corner to close the evaluation and return to the Manage Evaluations list. You can see that the top item on the list is the evaluation I just completed on Julia Roberts. You'll notice that in the Form column, it shows the form name with a P in parentheses. This represents the fact that the evaluation conducted was connected to a portfolio evaluation submission. Once scored, the evaluation has all of the same properties as an in-classroom evaluation. You can click on the linked teacher name to view the observation report, and the report must be finalized to become viewable for the observed teacher. A copy of the artifacts and evidence is also included in the report. The ability to create portfolio walkthrough submissions and conduct virtual walkthroughs is also available through the same interface in the Walkthroughs area. This provides an easy option for teachers to submit lessons or other artifacts for informal virtual walkthroughs. The virtual observation feature is available now for all LoTi Lounge accounts with teacher evaluation or classroom walkthrough subscriptions. Contact LoTi to get started with virtual observations anytime.